also great to be with Matt and Anita. We appreciate Liberty State. We appreciate the Stavers and Liberty Council and all they do. And we'll talk more about that later, but they really have done some significant things to preserve what the Founding Fathers gave to us. I'd like to begin my part this evening by really kind of doing a shout out, if I could, a happy birthday shout out. And it's not to a person. I mean, we could certainly say the nation. We got a birthday coming in 2 weeks, so that's cool, 235 years. But it's really to something that affects the nation that we don't think much about today. In the last 50 years, the way we have done education, we've really moved away from our knowledge of this. But it's actually the King James Version of the Bible. Now, there's a bunch of different Bibles that shaped America, the Geneva Bible, all these different versions that are out there. But King James just happened to celebrate 400 years this year. This is his birthday. It's 1611. Actually has shaped our culture in ways that we don't even recognize any longer today. Do you know that out of the King James Version of the Bible, that one version, you have literally 257 idioms that we use as part of the language today. 257 different ones. Every one of these is a Bible verse. If you can put an address to these Bible verses, these are all Bible verses. You have by the skin of your teeth, handwriting on the wall, from the cradle to the grave, a leopard can't change his spots, there's nothing new under the sun, signs of the times, thorn in the flesh, fly in the ointment. 257 idioms that we use come out of the King James Version of the Bible. I guarantee most people who use those phrases don't understand that they're quoting Bible phrases. That's how much the Bible has become a part of who we are as a country. And even when you look at things like literature, I mean, take Shakespeare. Shakespeare's a great example. We know all the plays that he's done it. And I mean, here we are 400 years later, and we're still doing Shakespeare's plays and making movies out of all the things he did. Do you know when you look at Shakespeare's plays that he wrote, he quotes the Bible over 2,000 times in those plays. Now, if you're biblically literate, you hear Bible verses all the time when you're hearing Shakespeare. And most of his Bible verses came out of the Geneva Version of the Bible. But again, that's just another illustration of how much the Bible has shaped who we are as a people in ways that we don't even recognize. I can guarantee most English lit folks that go to university have no clue how much that they read of Shakespeare came out of the Bible. But it does. There's so much that's there. And so I love what President John Quincy Adams said about that Bible's influence on us as a people. This is a great recommendation. He said, with regard to the history contained in the Bible, it's not so much praiseworthy to be acquainted with it as it is shameful to be ignorant of it. It's not like, oh wow, that's really cool. You know the Bible? It's, oh wow, you don't know the Bible? Oh, I'm so sorry. We need to know the Bible, otherwise we don't understand our culture. That's why presidents like Zachary Taylor, old Rough and Ready himself, this is what he said, and this is school related. He said, especially should the Bible be placed in the hands of the young.